In our Dark Zone, Old Valley is now turned into Ghost Fog Valley. And as for the streamer, well, I just happen to have nothing to do right now, so I've come up with a bold idea. I'm going to challenge myself to use every rifle in the new version of War Valley and try to extract with 1,000,000. Plus, I have to use fan accounts, and every time I die, I'll spin the knife skin roulette for the fans. Enough talk, let's get started. The weapon I've picked this time is the AKM. I don't need to say much about how valuable this gun is. Anyone watching who's played this game has probably used it. The reason is simple. The AKM is one of the higher quality weapons that scabs can spawn with. Plus, when you're just starting out and can't afford those really expensive guns, the AKM becomes the go-to choice besides the AK-74N. Unlike the AK-74N, which uses the 5.45 by 39 rounds that feel like you're just scratching your enemies, the AKM fires genuine 7.62 by 39 ammo. Although its base stats are honestly pretty average, even among beginner weapons, differences exist. Its larger caliber bullets really matter. For mods, use the SF General 2 stock and pad. Skip the gas system. Instead, use the AKM Integrated Dust Cover. It offers the best stat boost for the price, especially for the AKM itself. It's a niche choice. Use the AKM Advanced Dust Cover, or skip it if low on cash. You must pick the Advanced Flash Hider. It's the best for the AKM. For lasers, I recommend the Surefire Blue-Violet Light. Just grab the pricier one. After all, this is a legit contender against the strong wind foregrip. No need to overthink it. Just go with the lightweight foregrip. And finally, just slap on any old scope you want, and that's it for the AKM. Whether you fully mod it or just do a partial build, the performance is pretty much the same, and the price is super cheap. After fully modding it, I only spent about 80,000 rubles. Of course, that might be because I already had some parts in my stash. Alright, enough talk, let's get into the first real combat segment. As soon as we get into the game, the first thing we do is open the map and mark the nearest safe. There are a ton of safes in this new version of Valley, and if you don't check the map, you really won't know where all these loot spots are. After running for almost 2 minutes, I finally reached my very first safe of this run. Right next to it, there's also a new haunted house supply crate that just got added in this update. If you want to open it, you have to interact with some nearby components. For example, after we interact with the gramophone, it'll broadcast the password for the haunted house supply crate. But the devs did this to make sure the broadcast is clear and slow. Sometimes I listen while opening containers. But suddenly, I heard real footsteps outside the safe. It's a geared player looking for a fight. It was a close call, but I managed to take down the real player. I have to say, my AKM might be a bit clunky most of the time, but that 7.2 by 39 AP ammo is always my most reliable backup. As for the loot drop rate from this safe, honestly, it's just plain garbage. The dev, 117, did say it's supposed to be double loot and double drop rate. But you never told me that double drop rate only applies to low-tier purple items. 0 times 0 is still 0, right? There was nothing valuable in this little room at all. The most expensive thing here was the modded QBU 191 I just looted off the player I killed. After picking it up, my loot value reached 200,000, but I'm still 800,000 short of my goal. I'll just look for other safes and try my luck. But clearly, luck wasn't on my side. After running around for 4 minutes, I found out the safe couldn't even be opened, so I headed for the key rooms instead. All I can do is hope that the drop rates in the key rooms will be a little kinder. But obviously, with my streamer level bad luck, expecting to pull a big gold item from the safe is just wishful thinking. Unsurprisingly, all I got was a bunch of junk again. The only silver lining was that one of the 4 safes actually had a record player. By this point, half the match was already over, and I only had 300,000 worth of loot on me. At this point, I was honestly out of options. Since pretty much all the safes that could be opened had already been looted, my only source of supplies was probably going to be real players. So I headed straight to the quest hub near the small factory, planning to pick up a mission and then use a full map scan. After accepting the mission, all I needed to do was take out 3 bots, and then I could use a full map scan to see the locations of all the other players. Overall, this mission is really easy and the rewards are pretty great. Here, I used a UAV for a quick scan to check if there were any campers lurking nearby, but honestly, my luck this round was just terrible. Even though there were still 6 teams of real players left on the map, they were all way too far from me. It wasn't until there were only 17 minutes left in the game that I finally ran into the second real player. To be honest, the AKM really does kick quite a bit at mid-range, but when the stats aren't enough, you just have to make up for it with skill. Unfortunately, this guy didn't have anything good on him, just a fully modded RPK. Even after picking it up, my total loot value barely reached 330,000. But luckily, I had a sudden idea to check his backpack, and inside I found a little red, a propellant pack worth 220,000. There's also a squad med injector kit. It must be placed on the ground, which is fine with teammates, but solo, you might be dead before you finish. For example, right as I used it, I heard footsteps outside. Bad luck. One kick sent the streamer back to their spot. Forced to spin for the knife skin, I immediately pulled a 6 brother for the owner. Rough start, but a streamer keeps their word. Every 6 brother that needs to be bought, the streamer won't skip a single one. Oh, and by the way, if anyone wants 6 safety boxes, feel free to link the streamer in the bottom left corner. As long as you successfully link up, you'll get a 3-day tier 3 trial card and a whopping 200,000 QNB. Don't miss out, everyone watching. After quickly giving the mouse 6 slots, we'll move right on to the next account. Same as always, 6 sets of AKM thermal scopes. I really hope my luck's a bit better this time. And you know what? Maybe it will be. Right away, this round feels different. Unlike spawning in the middle of nowhere last time, well, I guess this is too. But we're still pretty far from the safe, so I guess you could say we're really enjoying ourselves. The worst part was when the streamer ran nearly 200 meters, all out of breath, just to open this safe, only to find it was full of crap inside. There wasn't a single useful thing left. All I can say is, what a treat. Guys, how is this supposed to be double loot and double drop rates? Looks more like double the crap to me. Does the drop rate in this safe even come close to the spin wheel drop rate in my live stream? No way! So we had no choice but to try our luck in the key room, but as soon as we walked in, we heard gunshots inside. Looks like whoever's here means business. I'll admit, your claws are pretty strong, but the AKM in my hands isn't exactly weak either. Throwing a stun grenade. With just a simple shotgun blast, I easily took down 2 players. As for the safe in the key room, all I can say is, as expected, it was as big as ever. In a way, I was honestly shocked by how big the loot was. I mean, just look at this car battery. Tell me that's not huge, and isn't it basically gold? But after looting the containers, I realized this room isn't even worth as much as a slightly better dead scav. The best loot was still the AUGs on those 2 idiots. As for the regular jacket, no doubt about it, it had already been looted. In the end, the streamer really had no other choice and could only take the 2 guns with tears in his eyes. I was even thinking about scraping the ground a bit just to see if I might get lucky, but then I found a brass tube inside the toolbox, so next I'll just use this brass tube to warm up a little. After warming up, I explored the map and found no insurance boxes to open. So I did an investigation, cleared some bots, and tried to loot players instead. Honestly, players drop way more than insurance does in this game. Sometimes the other side even comes right to you and delivers the loot themselves. After confirming the enemy's position from the website, I tossed a flashbang, pushed to the right, jumped up to a higher spot, and landed a headshot to take him out. Turns out, running operations in the city is really the most prestigious thing you can do in Escape from Tarkov. Here, we're opening up the big map to check if there are any teammates nearby. Feels like 3 kills probably aren't enough to hit 1 million, and sure enough, we spot a red marker. No doubt about it, there's definitely more than one squad over there. It's over 100 meters away, so if we head over, we'll get there just in time to break up the fight. Before we go, let's loot this bag. There's a Pharaoh inside. All I can say is, if you're still playing this map and using the Pharaoh in this version, you're definitely a bit of an OG. But after finishing up with this big investigation, I realized I just couldn't find anyone. Could only hear gunshots off in the distance. Honestly, the new Valley map is just too big. But who would have thought, just as I was about to doze off, someone comes along and hands me a pillow. 666. I actually got a bounty put on me. Fun fact, when you put a bounty on someone, they can also see your red dot on the minimap. So here, I just casually mistook this real player on my right for a bot. Talk about bad luck. His teammate took a bounty and accidentally leaked his position while he was looting, getting him killed. Watch the minimap to spot the enemy, then cross the hill to break line of sight. Use the bounty info to land a headshot and take him out. He's only got 2 teammates left and their positions are clearly marked on the map. He's about to push out, pre-aim for the headshot and take him down. Now there's only 1 real player left, nothing to worry about. Sprint at full speed, push up to the left, toss a close range grenade to block his escape, give him a ringing in his ears and slow him down, then swing right to finish the play. The guy's pretty smart, and he's trying to flank me from behind, but when it comes to a straight up gunfight, I never back down. I was under attacked. After that, I quickly looted these guys' bags, picked up an ARX 160 and one of the new SMGs. Then, up on the hill, I grabbed another one from someone else's bag, making it the 3rd one this round. Finally, I scraped an AK-12 from the first loot box, but when I checked the top left corner, even though I'd grabbed everything worth taking, the total value to extract was only 660,000. It feels like this round is pretty tough, unless I get really lucky and find something super valuable somewhere. Well, there's nothing I can do, so I'll just head over to the villa area and try my luck. Actually, I just happened to find a storage room that hadn't been opened yet. Even though that's pretty lucky, honestly, it's still pretty hard to get anything good out of it. Especially with a character like this, it's probably hopeless. Oh my people. Oh my people. Man, now even the 3 slot can drop a golden horse. That's some insane luck. I honestly thought I'd have to play another round, but I didn't expect to finish it all in this one. All I can say is, maybe this golden horse is a reward for the brave. In the end, I managed to extract with 1 million and secured my first weapon, an AKM assault rifle. Oh, and if you want to see more of this series, make sure to give this video a triple combo. Like, comment, and follow. If we hit 10,000 coins and 5,000 likes, I'll keep this series going. After all, I'm your favorite streamer, and if you love this pure stand-up comedy style, don't forget to give me that triple combo and follow. Bye-bye!